What's going on, guys? First off, let me say, in my opinion, the quality of the Boruto anime has skyrocketed. Like, way back in the Blood Mist arc, or whatever you want to call it, I was having difficulty keeping up with this show. Like, I felt like I had to watch it just so I wouldn't miss anything, but now I'm actually watching it because I'm enjoying it again. This video isn't necessarily a review of the latest episode of Boruto, but I want to talk about Mitsuki's Sage Mode. Now, I can't be the only one that thought of this. I may be overthinking things. It may just be a huge coincidence, but that would be a huge coincidence. Mitsuki's Sage Mode looks almost identical to Toneri Otsutsuki's Sage Mode. I mean, look at these two. They both have the horn, and the thing that made me really compare the two is now that we have confirmed that this is the color of Mitsuki's Sage Mode, the exact same color as Toneri's. So my question is, do you think Orochimaru actually got a hold of Otsutsuki DNA somehow when he was creating Mitsuki? Because this obviously is not some regular Sage Mode. It's not a snake Sage Mode. I mean, of course, Orochimaru has to throw snakes in there somewhere because he is who he is, but Snake Sage Mode is what Kabuto has, and he wasn't glowing or anything, and I believe it was stated that he had the perfect Snake Sage Mode. Like, I think he called it the Dragon Sage Mode. And what Mitsuki has definitely is not that Sage Mode. If anything, it looks like a combination of the Sage Mode Kabuto had plus Toneri Otsutsuki Sage Mode, which leads me to the question, how and why? Is this a huge coincidence? He already looks almost exactly like Toneri Otsutsuki in the face already. Like, the only difference is, I think Toneri's eyes were blue, but that may have been just because of the Tensei gun. I don't know, I haven't watched that movie in a while, but I do know that his eyes were blue and Mitsuki's eyes are yellow. And before you guys say that this is just an homage to Toneri since he's not considered canon in this anime, we have already seen Toneri Otsutsuki come to Boruto in his dream, and his eyes were closed, I believe, or he had something over his eyes, kind of insinuating the events from the Naruto the movie did happen, because if you remember at the end of that movie, Hinata took Hanabi's eyes back and he was walking around on the moon with no eyes. So it's kind of telling us that, hey, the last Naruto the movie is very canon in this anime universe. And if that's the case, then Toneri would have gone into that Sage Mode that looks almost exactly like Mitsuki. So the question is, how and why? What is Orochimaru really planning? Because this is not a regular Sage Mode. What could Orochimaru possibly be trying to achieve by making a kid with power like this? Like Mitsuki was badass in this episode, although he only was in Sage Mode for like not even a minute. It was epic. He's super fast, super strong, but he seems to be tired out really quickly. Maybe he'll get used to it as time goes on. But why would Orochimaru feel the need to create something this powerful if he's not going to use it for destructive purposes? I know there was this talk with, between Orochimaru and the adult Mitsuki about, this light and dark, and but what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? What purpose is Mitsuki going to serve? Because this is Orochimaru we're talking about. I highly doubt he just made a powerful kid just for the sake of him being powerful. It's obvious Mitsuki wants to do whatever Boruto wants to do. Mitsuki is by no means evil, but who's to say that Orochimaru doesn't have some type of thing in Mitsuki's brain whenever Mitsuki has reached the point he wants him to reach, Orochimaru can just snap his fingers or some shit and make Mitsuki obey him, like be completely obedient. But by the design, I feel like Mitsuki's Sage Mode is that of the Snake Sage Mode plus some Otsutsuki-ness somewhere, specifically Toneri. But how would Orochimaru even get DNA from Toneri since he was, up in the moon? I mean, he did come to Earth at some point in the Naruto movie. I really have to go back and watch it. Maybe there is something there that I'm missing that I forgot about, because it has been like 2, maybe 3 years since I've seen it. But I don't know. He just seems a little too close to Toneri's Sage Mode, especially now that the color is confirmed to be the exact same. I mean, the color, the hair, he looks just like Toneri's Sage Mode. And like I said, it could be a coincidence, but that would be a pretty damn big coincidence if you ask me. And I don't think the coincidences are going to be that close if they're not going to be related. That's just my opinion. That's just a theory. But tell me what you guys think. This has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.